Hi everyone, it's Eric Koshinski here, and over the next few minutes you will learn what happened on Facebook over the last year or so that made ads start bringing results that I haven't seen in over 5 years. Also, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to implement those things into your ad account. So let's get started. So about a year ago, Meta introduced Advantage Plus functionalities, and there are many different functionalities under this one umbrella, but in this video I want to focus specifically on Advantage Plus Audience. And what it is basically Meta allowed us to completely remove targeting, and we can now let Meta find the right audiences for us, or completely automated. So during your campaign creation process, you would basically skip targeting completely. Now, Meta still gives you the option to have some control, so you can still control location, you can still control age, languages, and it's actually recommended that you keep those things. However, you can now remove your interest-based targeting or behavioral targeting, and you can also remove your custom audiences, remarketing audiences, lookalike audiences, and so on. Okay, so now that you more or less understand what it is, you are probably wondering how does it actually work. Now, with Advantage Plus Audience, you obviously still have your campaign objective, so like conversions, instant forms, website clicks, and so on. You can now remove targeting, or at least remove to some degree, so you can still have location, languages, and so on, but you can remove your interest-based targeting, custom audiences, and so on. And lastly, you have your ad creative. Now, there are many different opinions as to how exactly Facebook chooses the right audience, and I haven't really found a reliable source, but I can tell you what I believe it is based on my tests, and I've tested this on almost 100 different ad accounts and at least a few hundred different campaigns. And I will also tell you what are some of the myths around Advantage Plus Audience. So first of all, when you launch a new campaign with Advantage Plus Audience, Facebook looks at your campaign objective, and it also looks at your ad creative. So your ad copies, your ad videos, your ad images, and then Facebook has the ability to literally scan your text and then find the right people based on your ad creative. So for example, if you sort of call out your ideal audience within the first line of your copy, Facebook will be able to find those people, and I've tested this and it works really, really well. So for example, one of my clients, he has a coaching program for software startup founders who are looking to get funding for their business. Now, it's a very, very precise audience, and it would be pretty much impossible to target those people without any custom audiences. However, now with Advantage Plus Audience, if you call out your ideal audience within the first line of your copy, and if your copy is clearly targeted towards this specific audience, Facebook will be able to find them. And it's not like Facebook will need 2 weeks of testing in order to learn and optimize and start finding those people. In my experience, it's literally within the first 24 hours that Facebook can find those people. And many people were saying that is based on pixel and past pixel data, and generally the data that you've collected in your ad account, and is actually not true, because I've tested this multiple times on completely fresh ad accounts with no previous pixel data, and it still works, and it still works literally within the first 24 hours. Okay, so when should you actually be using Advantage Plus Audiences with your Meta ads or Facebook ads? So first of all, I think every single person should at least try to use Advantage Plus Audience. I know people are a bit skeptical because it's a relatively new feature, but I think at least like every single person should treat this at least like a split test and just simply give it a go. Secondly, it's really good when you are trying to reach out to very precise audiences. Third thing is scaling. So the more profitable angles and the more profitable audiences are in your ad account, the easier it's going to be for you to just keep scaling. And Advantage Plus Audience is a great way to create multiple micro segments and find those profitable angles in order to have an easier time scaling. And you might be confused right now, like how do you create different audiences using Advantage+ audience if there is no targeting? And the answer is you do this by precisely targeting through your text and ad creatives. So, okay, and just to quickly summarize this video, I wanted to share a few more final tips and thoughts. So first of all, when using Advantage+ audience, make sure your copy and your ad creative clearly speaks to a specific audience. It needs to call out your ideal audience and it needs to speak directly to their pains, problems, and desires, so that when Facebook takes a look, like literally takes a look at your ad copies, ad creatives, it will know exactly who to find and who to target. Next, and I've briefly touched on this already, use this strategy to find multiple micro segments and multiple profitable angles and audiences. The next step or thought is that you don't really need a huge budget to use Advantage+, because you may be thinking that you probably need a ton of money in order to feed a ton of data to Facebook in a short period of time to make that algorithm learn who is the ideal audience, but it's actually not true. And I've tested this on accounts with a $20 budget with no previous advertising data, and it still works. So it's not like you need to have a crazy huge budget. And the last final thought that I have in my mind is you are probably, because Advantage+ audience looks kind of similar to lookalike audiences or targeting expansion, and is actually quite different in terms of functionality and in terms of results. So targeting expansion, in my opinion, has not been bringing as good results, and it has not been as precise as Advantage+ audience. Advantage+ audience is actually a lot more precise when it comes to finding the right audiences. So it's not like targeting expansion. In my opinion, from my experience, it's actually a lot better. Now, when it comes to lookalike audiences, the answer is not that clear. Because in some of my tests, lookalike audiences have performed much better than Advantage+ audience, especially when you have those highly valuable lookalike audiences. So like, for example, if you have a funnel where first of all, someone becomes a lead, and then at the end of that funnel, they can buy from you. If you have a lookalike audience created out of buyers, then most likely it's gonna perform a lot better than Advantage+ audience. So if I was to look at those three different sort of targeting options, so we have targeting expansion, Advantage+ audience, and lookalike audiences, I would say Advantage+ audiences are much better than targeting expansion, and sometimes, but not always, is better than lookalike audiences, and sometimes lookalike audiences are better than Advantage+ audience, especially when they are created out of highly valuable lists. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. And if you wanna hear more tips from a real Meta Ads practitioner, then let me know. You can leave a comment. I'll be happy to answer your questions or take your feedback. And if you want, you can consider subscribing to this channel. And thank you so much.